Hello and welcome back to TMG Trades, where I am 1 year older now, which in theory means I'm 1 year wiser. It was my birthday the other day, hence no video, but today I'm back on the channel. Bitcoin is doing Bitcoin things and going like, just not great, is it? It's $29,230 and still daily volatility of 0.3%. You can't make any money if Bitcoin's not going to move, and that is a small issue that we face in the crypto space right now, as well as low Bitcoin volatility. We've seen low Ethereum volatility, declining volume and interest in the markets. These are all typical summer things as everyone goes off to a sunny place and forgets about Bitcoin for a while. Today, I'm going to analyze the price of Bitcoin, explain to you my next moves on the market, and of course, we're going to be checking in on some very interesting crypto news today coming from Tether. And I want to explain a little bit more about that in today's video. So if you wouldn't mind, do drop a like on today's video. Let's try and get one like. Let's try and get one comment. And say hello to my little friend. It's been a while since he's featured on the channel. In fact, an incredibly long period of time. I think it's been over 2 years since you've seen this little character. But it's just a taste of what's to come on the main channel, because I've had a bout of inspiration over the past 24 hours. And I've come up with some really good ideas for video content for the main channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There's a lot of altcoin content coming to the main channel as well. But let's crack on with today's video and assess what's happening to the price of Bitcoin, which is currently $29,226. It looks quite bad. In terms of opportunity, the opportunity looks like it's going to arise fairly soon. We've got an interesting situation going on here. Bitcoin is clearly forming this bear flag. It honestly doesn't look great, doesn't this? In theory, you would expect this to break to the downside at some point soon, and really you're looking for a break below this $29,000 level. At that point in time, all of the long positions get stopped out when you lose $29,000, and then you've got a huge band of liquidity dropping away here, all the way down to these levels, and these levels currently sit around $27,000 to $27,500. It could be a pretty nasty drop to the downside. And in that kind of scenario, well, what happens to the price of Ethereum? Because Ethereum has actually been performing okay recently, but you can again see Ethereum is on the edge of a breakdown right now. Technically, we've already lost a level of support, but again, this is not the world's most trustworthy level of support plotting. There's elements of variation that can occur within this, but essentially on Ethereum, if we're losing the level here of $1,838, currently trading $1,856, then we're looking at this very similar situation here where Ethereum drops back down to somewhere around here, around $1,700. I actually don't think Ethereum is going to drop as hard as what Bitcoin would do in the scenario whereby Bitcoin's price drops significantly down to these levels. Because, of course, Ethereum's Bitcoin value, I actually expect to rise during the same period of time. Ethereum's Bitcoin value actually looks pretty decent right now. Although it's technically forming a bear flag, it's not what you describe as a technical bear flag. It's kind of forming the same reversal bottom patterns that we've seen in the past on the price of Bitcoin. So I remain slightly more bullish on Ethereum than I do on Bitcoin. But I also want to point out that Bitcoin is prone to throwing curveballs and prone to doing the opposite of what everybody is expecting it to do. And right now, I think a lot of people are expecting the price of Bitcoin to decline. So it could be that Bitcoin throws another one of those curveballs and goes, hang on a second, no, I'm not going to decline. And that's where today's cryptocurrency news becomes particularly relevant. The reason why cryptocurrency news today is particularly relevant is because Tether has declared 3.3 billion in excess reserves. What does that mean? That means that Tether's got a lot of money right now. And don't forget what Tether pledged to do just a few months ago. Tether, just a few months ago, pledged to buy Bitcoin with a portion of its net profit back to USDT stablecoin. Basically, they said that they were going to invest 15% of all of their profits into Bitcoin. And 15% of $3.3 billion is a lot of money. At the same time as this, of course, how does that affect the price of Bitcoin? Well, that's $400 million of buying pressure, but that $400 million would come in one single buy, which means that Bitcoin is probably due a pump. And if I were Tether, and it's that time of the month again where they're going to do it, I'd do it now. Like, volume's pretty low. I mean, Tether is a company that holds a lot of Bitcoin on its balance sheets. So therefore, it benefits Tether as a company to buy up the price of Bitcoin, inflate the value of the balance sheet, and then declare an incredibly profitable quarter. So, I mean, if I were them, that's what I'd do. But I don't know. Maybe they won't do that. Maybe they will do that. Either way, you're looking for buyers here at these levels. And there is a clear buyer. the stock market is also considering buying, of course, because of these Bitcoin ETFs that everyone has conveniently just forgotten about. Don't forget these Bitcoin ETFs. We're likely to hear something on them fairly soon. And I think a lot of people, again, are forgetting this. People are forgetting the bullish news that is out there that has kind of just been forgotten about because of the Gary Gensler and the Federal Reserve coming along and Jerome Powell over the course of the past couple of weeks going, naughty boy, oh, let's hike interest rates and destroy the markets. That sounds like fun. And that's been happening. But don't forget, the dollar has been struggling. The dollar, one of the reasons why Bitcoin's price has gone down today a little bit is because the dollar has continued its ascent up from the bottom. But I'd like to point out that this ascent is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. It doesn't appear like this ascent is going to continue. It looks like it's kind of reaching a peak for me at these levels. And it's actually going to go down again tomorrow. So if the dollar's going to go down, it's like the stock market's going to go up. And of course, then you'd expect the price of Bitcoin to go up. I was looking today at the pound because I was wondering, why am I paying my staff so much money? Because of course they get paid and all their contracts are in pounds. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? This is costing me 30% more than what it was costing me at the start of this year. And it's true. It is currently, because I earn my money in dollars. I'm getting taxed 30% if we move Pepe's foot out of the way. Where the price dropped down to at the start of this year, we were pretty much 1 for 1 with the dollar. And now we're back up to 130. So that's probably due a drop off as well pretty soon as the pound loses some more value. The pound's been gaining value all year. It's been horrendous for me. Either way, DXY, this is probably a trend that's going to continue to the downside. Hopefully the pound also loses value. But today we saw this happen to the price of HEX. HEX lost 29.46% of its value today. Why did it lose 29.46% of its value? Well, that's because the SEC has sued Richard Hart for securities fraud. There is a very interesting video, and I really hope I can make it by tomorrow evening. I've spent all day on this thing. You're going to love it. I can show you, I'll probably show you a clip of one of the things that I've found for this video, just because it's so funny. It's worthwhile. Just 2 minutes of your time just to watch this is a funny one. Let's see if I can just find this clip. Where is it? There it is. This one. What an outfit this is. It's horrendous. There we go. Full screen it. Press play.
Everybody, Richard Hart here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Just what a video. What a guy. Anyway, that video is coming out tomorrow, so you don't want to miss that one. That's a fun video. It will be a legitimately entertaining watch. And at the same time, of course, yeah, HEX price down today. That's no good for my HEX holdings. Of course, I do hold HEX, so it's interesting to watch the price of it do these things. It is important to point out that HEX is very liquid, so when people go to sell it all at the same time, the price has these huge moves, and it's not generally pleasant to watch. But it's been an interesting watch so far today. Now, overall, where are we wrapping things up in today's video? Well, if we look currently, the price of Bitcoin dropped down on the 15 minutes. Bitcoin appears to be forming some kind of short-term bottom. If we get the bounce up from here, happy days. We'll probably go back up to the top of this range here and continue to do absolutely nothing all week. We're looking for either a loss of the level of $29,000 or a break of the level of $29,500. And until we see something that is something, there is nothing to do. The only thing that we can do is trade altcoins. If I look at currently XTP, it's currently right on the cusp of this level of resistance. And when looking at the order book right now, I don't know, has everyone else's let me know in the comment section, has everyone else's Bittrex done this? Because I hate this. It's got too many of these numbers in it now. You can't just see 24, 25, 26. You just see all of these tiny little orders, and it's really, really annoying. So I want to know, has everyone else's Bittrex just done this like overnight? It's changed. But either way, there's some significant buys in this book. It's just, there's also, it's just really annoying to look at the order book right now. Either way, yeah, the price has been doing pretty well, to be honest. If you look at the hourly, it's just been nicely bull flagging at these levels. It looks like XTP is due another breakout very soon, which is very exciting. Hopefully it moves on up to those 30 sat levels. I know there is a lot of big things coming. And of course, if you've not seen the interview that I did with the founder of XTP, click at the top of the screen right now, watch that interview. And of course, one more thing would be, if we look at my trading thing, you can see currently still 28 days left to try and win a Rolex. You can see here the people, I mean, it loads up on the page, tells you what people have won so far. which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can enter that. It's completely free. All you need to do is click on the link in today's video description for BYBIT. And at the same time as that, please join my World Series of Trading team. There is 116 people in it right now. It's fantastic to have all 116 of you on board. We are going to try and smash this competition this year. There's not that long left to enter for the World Series of Trading, only 16 days left. You need to have your account ready and everything like that. If you're going to enter it with me, we're playing for that $8 million prize pool, and hopefully we can split the pot together, because that's how it works. Basically, the team wins and you split the pot among the team. If you join a big team, you get a less share of that pot if that team wins. But if you join a small team like mine, then you get more of a share of that pot. Ultimately, that would be like $100,000 each or something like that, depending on which pot you win. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Click the links in today's video description, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.